Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War, Tower of Doom, Week 3, Day 5. So we actually have no Tower of Doom to go do though. But we do have one thing actually Tower of Doom related that we could do. And that is, we need to go open up the, what's it called? The thingamajig. The major orb that we have from the most recent event. We were close to it this morning, but of course we didn't have it. Plus we were going to save it for the later video anyways, even if we did have it. But we didn't even have it earlier, but now we do. Since the rest of the guild finished up, and we're already at 25 or above, so we really don't have any need to go further. We actually have a lot of excess battles. We have 12 excess battles, because we had the 4 today, the 4 tomorrow, and the 4 on the other day. Meaning we could have technically gotten it done with 12 less, but always nice to have some spares unless you need a scout or something. But no, we got everything we needed. Everything beyond 25 is kind of pointless, because that's when you stop gaining those little scrolls every single doom. I don't know why they stopped giving it to you, especially since there's no way to farm them other than the rooms up to 25, but you can only get them up to 25. Everything 26 and beyond no longer gives you the little colored scroll for upgrading the weapon, for whatever reason, so not much of a point in going much further than that, which I'm pretty sure even my entire guild's at that point. Oh no, there's a few that went a little bit further, but most of them are just going to stop at 33. Because that's what our max is for if we followed all the rooms properly. And apparently some people still haven't really done much. Any of them that are 23 or above is basically the requirement. I believe if every single person in your guild is 23, it's enough to get all tasks done. So anyone above that's pretty much good to go. But anyways, also how are we on leaderboard? 35, that's not all full. Pretty much everything from 20 to 50, I believe, is the exact same reward, isn't it? Yeah. No, everything from 21 to 50. Is the same thing, just 25 gems and 6 dooms. So not much of a difference. We could fall another 10, it's not even gonna change anything. Because of how big the area is for getting basically nothing. And even if we were to go up, it's only another 25 gems and 2 dooms, which is like nothing. Even first place is pretty pitiful. Actually, everything other than first, second, and third place is pretty pitiful. And even those are pretty underwhelming. But anyways, let's go open the orb already. See what's inside this thing. Hopefully a blue, because we are on a really bad streak of greens right now. I think we have 5 greens in the last 8 orbs. Oh. Ooh, that's shiny. This makes up for Bounty Hunter being trash, because we're actually losing gems on Bounty Hunter right now. Our rewards are so bad. But, yeah, shiny blue. Also, I don't know if any one of you saw it earlier. I'm pretty sure some of you already did by now. Even if you didn't watch the stream, if watching it after the fact. But we actually fell like 1,000 points of Bounty Hunter. We are currently sitting at 1,000 something points to get the final reward, but we're short. I was camping 17, which apparently was enough that we couldn't get it yet. We're still going to obviously get it. We have another 4 battles tomorrow and a 4 on Sunday, so we'll obviously reach it. All we have to do is win 1 battle, and we'll have it. But, yeah, we're actually on leaderboard, too. Should still be able to get our 75 gems in 1 orb. I was actually surprised that we're still on leaderboard, just from camping 17. But it's probably from losing 0 Val Ravens. Hey, there you are, JZG. Wait, JZG, did you camp 17, too? Or did you not use all your battles yet? Or did you buy the pack before? Or did you only buy up to tier 5 instead of tier 6? Yeah, there's Demon or Angel. Maybe he did the same method that we did. I'm not sure. But, yeah, we're just sitting here. As long as we make top 100, getting 75 gems back in an orb is pretty nice. Oh, that's just the redeem code. We'll have that a little bit later. Anyways, let's go and do dungeons if we haven't already. Never mind, we already did. So I guess most of this stream will just be doing, as the title actually says, delves. I have been doing these, but I've been doing these off-stream lately just because they do take quite a bit of time. But we'll be doing it on-stream today because we have the time. We actually have 4 battles because I did delay the other one. And, yeah, let's go do 4 delves, and whatever we have time left for, we'll just mess around in PvP. Because I still have barely any PvP. And who knows, maybe we'll throw some treasure maps in there. I still need to do the treasure map grind. I might do that tomorrow, during the stream, I'm not sure. It only takes about an hour, hour and a half, but, still. Okay, it looks like we take the bottom path, and this is 1.3 now. So we take the bottom path, we could probably cut over off of this too. Because isn't this a 1 point? No, that's a 1.2. So we do boom, 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 and finish. And we're still using the same team we've been using. Gorgolfa, Mercy, Infernus, Gorgolfa. Not the quickest of things, but really consistent. It still has the core of a quick team, Gorgolfa, Mercy, Infernus. It just realistically, if this was actually to be built into a proper team, that would not be Gorgolfa. But the only reason that is Gorgolfa is because of these things. And they keep switching them like crazy. And just to not have to deal with it, I went double Gorgolfa. Yeah, hello everyone. Hello William. Hello Famous. Hello JZG. Hello Aaron. How about that new Mythic? Oh, it's so horrible. It is really bad. Hello Captain. Hello Famous. Hello Mr. Jesse. I'm like repeating so many of them. Hello Demon or Angel. Hello Medieval. Hello Zeddicus, and hello Gustavo. Welcome. Sometimes I like remember which ones I said and didn't say. But other times I repeat the same name like 4 times in a row. Also, I don't have the controller plugged in at the moment. I was using it for the Wii. I should probably get a second one, just so I can have it plugged in both at once. The only problem is I'm actually out of USB 3 ports on my computer. For whatever reason, and I have no clue why, neither of the 2 USB 2 ports work on my laptop anymore. I have not the slightest clue why. Like, even if you plug something that's USB 2 compatible into it, it still doesn't work. It's really weird. But yeah, only my 2 USB 3 ports work. And I already have, like, an adapter into an adapter, like one of those things that have multi-slots. So I could always get another one, though. I don't know, how many of those things can you attach to each other before they start losing effectiveness? But, yeah, it's a whole mess. Because I have so many things between the mic, the camera, the controller, and just the other smaller stuff. The capture card for the thing, the Wii, the, or not the Wii, the Switch, whatever it's called. Let's see what other things I have plugged in here. The keyboard, and the mouse, and I believe that's everything. Why is the Mythic so bad? It's mainly bad in late game. Earlier on in the game, it's not awful. It's bad because it's not Guard's avatar. No, it's bad mainly because it's just too slow and has too many conditions in order to get its damage. You need a full board of reds, you need a few burns, and you need... Well, actually, you technically don't need a few burns, but you need at least a full board of reds and a firestorm in order to get any effectiveness out the ability. I would sooner just spam World Breaker or use Guard's avatar into armor buff. Both of them are more effective than her. Even if Furnace spam would probably be more effective than her. Well, it definitely would be more effective than her. She also doesn't synergize with too much of what's actually good currently. But in early game, you could definitely get away with her. Below level 500, she's probably actually one of the better mythics, oddly enough. But deeper you get into the game, the worse she becomes. So most of the people that actually own her don't need her. Which is kind of funny how that comes out to be sometimes. With mythics. But yeah, in early game, she's basically like Dragon Soul, in that she has a ridiculously good boost ratio that just destroys everything at that level range. What do we need here? Get Golfa. Yeah, it is pretty good with Sunspear. That is the current hero class we have set, just because we'll be showing it for a video probably tomorrow. Just some various teams, because if you're going to bother using her, it's almost mandatory to use Sunspear. Anything that doesn't use Sunspear with her is generally going to be quite a bit weaker, just because there isn't any really good first turn Firestorm other than him. Well, actually, that's not true. Any of the heroes that have Red Storm off their trait could also do it. But still, you'd have to use one of the other heroes. Regardless, you have to use some kind of hero in some way, shape, or form. And Sunspear just does it the best. Sunspear is not the absolute worst class, but it's also pretty far down there. Oddly enough, Sunspear does have pretty good synergy with it, too. It's probably one of the only few things Sunspear gets used for. Because it does get... if a fully upgraded Sunspear gets triple damage on burning, and the Mythic would give you the burnings you need eventually to be able to hit everything with triple damage. So they do synergize decently together. And of course you need that perpetual Red Storm, so she always has double damage. There's other means that you could do it by, but obviously having it perpetual makes it so that it can't be countered. Things like Mountain Crusher, Jar of Eyes, and similar things can hard counter her to the point that she's not even useful if you don't have a hero set to the Red Storm. He would get the summon. These already take long enough, we do not need you delaying them. What kingdom is new class in the Illness Empire? It's a bunch of stuns. It's basically like a Corvash alternative. It's basically what the new hero class is going to be. Actually, it pretty much is pre-nerf. It pretty much is pre-nerf, what's it called? Corvash. Of course, his ability won't be the same since you could just choose any weapon. But as far as what it does, it's a stunner that has a really high score reduction. It's not what he used to have, the 50% that he used to have, but the hero class is 40% reduction. So it's kind of like what Corvash was pre-nerf, in a way. Except you get to use any hero weapon you want instead of a double stun true damage thing. And of course the way that he stuns is a bit different. I didn't even see that extra turn down there. I was just doing that to get the one. But that works too. Hello, Marcelo. Welcome. Also, hello, Asma guy. Razum. How do you say that? I don't even have the slightest clue. But I'll get another Mercy down. Get another Infernus. Get a Gorgolfa in there. Do it that way just so he gets more mana. And not block him at all. Yeah, how have your guys' New Year been going so far? Do anything special yet? Well, actually, that's actually kind of what the New Year is for. But, I don't know. Get to have anything interesting happen yet? Still too early in the year for me for anything like that to have happened yet. When they give Sunspear 50% start, it'll be one of the best. I'm pretty sure they're never going to give that hero class half start. Actually, it wouldn't be too bad if it did have half start. I wouldn't say best, but it would definitely be a lot higher than it is now if it did have that. Because it would have first... It's basically, the half mana start of him is basically what, what's it called? Frost Mage. Frost Mage is basically Sunspear, essentially. As far as the 50% start version of it. Because they both have that blue tree that can give that little bit of freeze at the beginning, and it does have that half mana start and keeps getting the board cleared. It's quite a bit different, but still kind of similar. But no, Sunspear with half start would be kind of nice. It gets triple damage skulls. It has first turn freeze, which only 2 hero classes currently have. The one I just mentioned, the Frost Mage and him. Though there will be more in the future, of course. There's... What was the other aspect on him that was good? He gets first turn Entangle. And, of course, Perpetual Red Storm. Which is the main component he's used for, is Perpetual Red Storm. Pretty much the only reason he's really used for. Everything else is just the side effects of happening to use them. It doesn't matter if we give him skulls, we have so much reduction. Did I say Storm? I meant Firestorm. It's funny if I just said Storm. Did I really say Storm? I'm pretty sure I said Firestorm. There was a Block Storm at one point. The random Storm thing was glitched during one patch, and it was possible to get a Block Storm, where all that would come down, or, you know, the increased chance of coming down would be the blocks. And what else we need? We get Gorgolfa there, and then we just throw Infernus at him. Hello, Anthony, and I have an answer. What's your question? Feel free to leave it, and we'll have an answer for it. Whatever it may be. Also, hello, Chad. Welcome. They have to buff Phoenicia somehow. They generally add Mythics a little bit weaker, and then generally buff them in the future. There has been several of them that they didn't end up doing that for that really needed it. But I don't know. Hopefully she will. I don't know for sure if they really will too much, though. I feel like she does need some kind of increase, at least to the late game. But I don't think they will too hard just because she's actually really good in early game. Of course, no one in early game is really going to own her, but she's just insane how much damage she can do in an early game with something as simple as like a Sunbird plus her. She could probably even one-shot some battles. What's the best way to soul farm when you're used up all your challenges? There's two ways to do it. One is spam arena like crazy with Runic Blade. Or Dawnbringer if you have Dawnbringer, though I'm pretty sure the reason you're farming souls is for Dawnbringer. And alternatively, you can run a team like Dragon Soul, Triple Azurus in first challenge Divinian Fields. Other options are Valkyrie, Triple Warlock. Though double check if that's actually quicker than your arena, because normally it's not. You're better off just doing arena. But teams that are quicker than arena, that are overall worth it with all the loot that you get, or the lack of loot that you get since you're not doing arena, is Dragon Soul, Triple Azurus, Dragon Soul, Double Azurus, Umber Wolf, Dragon Soul, Double Azurus, your hero set is Necromancer class with Purple Storm, and Dragon Soul with basically any amount of Ferrous Rods in that same premise of team. And all those are quicker than doing arena. Or at least more value doing arena than doing arena. Because technically even Triple Warlock Valkyrie is quicker. But these days, I wouldn't really advise it too much. Even though it's quicker than doing arena, it's less loot overall. Like the effective amount of loot that you're getting per hour is less than if you were to just do arena. You're getting more souls by doing Triple Warlock Valkyrie, but with all the loot that you're missing that arena would give, you're better off just doing arena until you have at minimum Dragon Soul, Triple Azurus, or similar teams. And there's a specific reason for Azurus instead of any other necromancy, is it has a +1 purple on it. You can use technically another necromancy if you really needed to, like Dragon Soul, Triple Warlock if you really had to. But you generally want to use Azurus just because it's quite a bit quicker if you happen to have them. Also, isn't the trait stone for it available this week? Wasn't it red purple this week? Or was it last week? It was either this week or last week, I should forget off the top of my head. But if it is this week, yeah, definitely stock up on them. They're pretty nice trait stone. Yeah, it has to be this week because we ended up getting Cinemirage, that one useless troop. It's a useless troop, but it's a great trait stone. The devs have buffed arena, have they? I haven't done an arena run in so long, so I actually don't know. I haven't seen any patch notes on it. No. The loot is exactly the same. There's no change in it. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, they actually nerfed arena because they fixed the brown-blue banner from working in there, which would more often than not help the player, not the AI. So, if anything, it's actually been nerfed ever so slightly in the most recent patch. Not even buffed. All they did was fix a glitch, though. So, that can be forgiven. But, they are going to be buffing it in the future. But, it was not buffed in the most recent patch. But yeah, technically they actually nerfed it. Not even buffed. It wasn't like really an intentional nerf. It was something that should have been fixed ages ago. That they were calling a feature and then they nerfed it once they could finally get around to nerfing it. Or not nerfing it, I mean they fixed it once they finally could get around to it. But they were just calling it a feature until they figured out how to fix it. But now it's fixed. We'll go take that. It's pretty much what most bugs become. It's a feature until it's fixed. Unless it's like a really big exploit or something. Hello, Steve. Welcome. Like getting more glory for 2.5 years, for example. Wait, what happened with that? Unless you're talking about gold. I still don't even know if they know what the whole revenge thing is. Like the fact that it just randomly gives more gold. I think they're aware of it because the old format used to do something similar. But to a degree, I don't know if they do. Because even if they are 100% aware of it, they haven't fixed it visually ever. It still had the visual glitch this entire time. It's either giving an incorrect amount of gold or it's been showing the wrong number for forever. For like 2 or 3 years now. Alright, what's the order of this? I actually don't know because we have a 1.3 over there, 1.15 over there. I think we actually do take the 1.3 first. The 1.3 into the 1.15 into the 1.4 into the 1.25 into the 1.2 into the other 1.2 into the 1.15 into the final room. That is a weird order. But yeah, I think we take the 1.3 first. I think it comes out to ever so slightly more loot that way. And then we just jump around all over the place. I don't follow the forum that much. I do, but not as much as of recently. I do know that there was a drastically increased glory rate when Glory Gnome ended up coming into the game, because you could just repick into like 5,000 glory per hour. But that's been patched since then. Basically, whenever you were getting more glory from tributes, they were incorrectly multiplied when you get more and more kingdoms to roll. Oh yeah, I was aware of that. I thought you were talking about something that you could actually do to get more. Oh, my bad. I knew about that one. I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah, they ended up fixing that several patches ago. I think 4.0 fixed that. Oh, was it 4.2? I thought it was more recent than that. Yeah, you don't even get an extra star from owning the Mythic. Not only do you need to go get the Yellow Doom, which won't be available for, I think, 2 or 3 months from now, but you also have to at least Legend the Doom, which is somewhat hard because that means at minimum you have to use at least 1 or 2 blue orbs on it if you don't use a major one. Which is kind of bad. That's quite a bit of waste of a resource. I'm probably not even going to bother getting that star. Will mean that we have one kingdom that's not as far starred as it could possibly be. But, I don't know, that just doesn't seem worth it. Using, like, 2 small blue orbs just to get it to, I don't know, maybe we will. We do have a lot of small blue orbs. But, we'd have to use 2 small blue orbs just to get it to, so we can get another star. Because I believe it's required for it to be level 19 in order to have enough, to get it. Actually, let me go double check that right now. That might not actually be true. Let me see. I know you need to own a certain amount. You might not actually need that many level 19s. We might just need to level something else to 19 within the kingdom. I'll go double check. Because by then we'd probably have opened way more keys. So we'll probably have everything that we don't currently have upgraded that we need. Other than Doom. Let me go double check. Let's see. Backtrack, Underworld, normal area, Prestara. What am I looking for? Suncrest, Kingdom, Power. Oh, never mind. I lied. You only need 14 level 19s. Yeah, never mind. As soon as it comes in, we'll have it. You don't need to upgrade to Doom in order to get 8-star. My bad. Yeah, you just need to, as soon as this comes in, it'll be possible. The Doom of Light. I believe people mentioned that purple is next, though. So it's at least 2 to 3 months away. Grab our level up reward. And back to the underworld. Actually, once we finish this delve, we'll hand out the code. That'll pretty much be the halfway point of finishing these delves. Okay, what on earth is this order? We'll take this, go for the 1.4, go for the 1.25, go for the 1.2, and then the 2... Oh, no, we have two 1.2s. And then the 1.15. Hello, Julio. Welcome. You still don't have any kingdoms to level 10? Well, it can be a little bit hard. The easiest one to do is White Helm, though. It does require a Guard's Avatar. Well, all of them require the Mythic from the kingdom. But Guard's Avatar is basically the most recent Mythic, but good. And he's not even really considered that good of a Mythic either. But it's basically the better version of the most recent Mythic that was just added today. Plus, he's actually useful for a kingdom. Because White Helm can currently be 14 starred. It's the highest starred kingdom in the game at the moment. I believe Darkstone will be once they add the hero class in, I think a couple months. But at the current moment in time, it is White Helm. It's going to be a nice hero class too. Not because the hero class is good, but because we get one whole extra magic due to Darkstone being higher. It's going to be, I believe, the first 10-star plus Magic Kingdom. So now that I think about it, I don't think we have any attack or Magic Kingdoms at 10. I know for sure no Magic Kingdoms are, but I don't even think we have attack kingdoms yet. They're all HP or armor, every single 10-star that currently exists. If we go back, there's, let's see, let's look for blue stars. Oh wait, never mind. All the ones that have all greens would also be it. But then again, all the ones I have that on, I also have blues on. But yeah, HP, armor, HP, armor, and isn't that all of them? I think there's only 4 or 5th that's hiding somewhere. But yeah, every single kingdom that's currently 10-starable is HP or armor at the current moment in time. And that's probably by design, because obviously they wouldn't want to do all the magics and attacks first. That would be a lot of bonus stats that are really effective. Same way how delves are right now. Let's move that over so we can get a nice convert. Grab all that. Alright, this is that one battle that can actually kill us if we're not careful. It's very unlikely, but you never know. Anything with Skull Spam normally can, even if you have the reduction for it. They'll find a way to hit through. Hey, you didn't even finish the most recent 20 classes slowdown. Yeah, that's something I should probably get back on the grind of. Currently, we have the Pride thingy set right now, so we can start leveling that a little bit. But I am starting to fall a little bit behind on the whole leveling hero classes thing. Should probably start catching up. It's not relevant yet, but give it about a year, and it's actually going to be pretty relevant to start getting all the hero classes to level 70 and 100. And of course, having it done prior would make it easier, since we'd be able to keep up with the new one being added every month. So they are eventually going to run out of hero classes to keep adding every month, because there's only so many kingdoms. I'm really curious what they're going to do after that point. Like, are they going to add more kingdoms, or like what's going to happen with that? Of course, that's way down the line. I think they're, with how many hero classes there are, I believe we're still like a whole year away from that. But still, like, what on earth will they do? I highly doubt they would repeat events for that. Unless they're going to start doubling up hero classes for specific kingdoms. Which actually wouldn't be too bad. That, or maybe some kind of complete overhaul to the hero class system again. They did it last year, a really, really nice overhaul of it. It's probably the best patch that actually happened of last year, I would have to say, is heroes actually getting all those perks. Because it made heroes that were originally kind of useless into things that were basically meta for every single team in the entire game. It's kind of funny. Well, maybe not literally every team, but a good majority of teams out there. Faction classes. Oh, interesting. That would actually be a really good way to make factions easier, though I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing something else to do that. But, yeah, I didn't think about that. That actually would be kind of interesting. They could do a hero class for every faction that could actually be used for the faction. So that'd be really broken. Level 500 would just be auto-win for every single faction if they did that, though. Yeah, that would be kind of interesting. Potentially really broken as well, though. Because if they ever allow hero classes in the pure faction, it's just going to be running an entire team around the most overpowered weapon in the game. Or using the most, or if they do it the inverse, where they finally allow weapons to be used, it's just going to be people using the most overpowered hero class, like Titan, with whatever the faction weapon is. Okay, now we take the 2 1.2s, take the non-loot one first, and then we take the 2 treasure rooms in order, multiplier order. Then we'll hand out a code as soon as we finish out this current delve. Leveling hero classes will be a lot easier next patch. Why do you say that? I don't think anything specifically is happening next patch that's going to make that easier. Or did Salty talk about something on Monday that I missed? I was skimming through her stream, but didn't see much. I didn't actually watch it in its entirety. I really do need to start catching her streams again. I've just been going to bed a lot earlier, though. We'll go take that down. Get another Infernus. Engulf everything. Oh, the free class change is coming mid-January. Wait, they're actually making it free? I thought they were just reducing the time down by a lot. Oh, nice. So they are finally implementing that feature that they were talking about ages ago. Nice. Yeah, they talked about that for almost a year now, but they never bothered implementing it, but it seems next patch will finally have it. That's not really going to help too much with leveling. Well, actually, you know what? Yes, it will. Because, yeah, you're right. Because you can literally just switch. If you need Titan for one day, you can just switch right into another one and not need to worry about it. So yeah, I guess that actually would make leveling all of them quite a bit easier. Since it doesn't matter which hero class you're currently using, you just constantly keep switching it. Oh, that's going to make Guild Wars really annoying, though. Because everyone can set the most optimal hero class every single time. Oh, that also means we should probably go max out Frost Mage. We can start using Frost Mage hero into various defend teams. That's going to be a really interesting patch as far as everything that will allow then. Guild Wars is probably going to be the most annoying thing that ends up happening out of it, though. Because it means everyone can run the most optimal team they want for defense. Without having to worry about their invasion team being at a disadvantage due to using the incorrect hero class. Because most people didn't use Frost Mage for that reason, or some of the other ones. Because that is one of the few things Frost Mage is insanely good for. It allows freeze to be used on any Guild War day, even if you already repeated freeze. Like, of course, if you use Queen Mab on a team, you can only use it on that one day. But with Frost Mage, you can use freeze literally every day, and there's no restriction to it, because only the weapon is restricted, not the hero class. Unless they're changing that next patch. Which would make sense. But, I don't know, banners aren't banned that way. You don't have to use a unique banner for each. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have to use a unique hero either. I might need to go max out Frost Mage then, if that's the case. Because I don't think I have her max. I believe I got her to 70, but I didn't get her to 100. Does she even get anything good at 100? Might not even need to max her. I think it was just an elemental bonus. Like, a little bit extra magic for elementals or something. And the other two were, like, useless, like most of the other... I don't know why, but there are so many useless level 100 perks. Anyways, let me go double check that. What does Frost Mage have? How far are we even? And then we'll go do the final battle and give out a code. But, let's see, where's Frost Mage class? Frost Mage... no, we're not even at 70 yet. Well, that needs to happen. Let's see, what do you get from final perk? So you need 70 for the explosion every single yellow, or every single extra turn. Merfolk allies gain 2 magic when an enemy dies, useless. All mystics gain 2 magic when an enemy dies, useless. Elementals, there's the one I was thinking of. Elementals gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. If I'm not mistaken, this thing does count as an elemental. No, it counts as Fey. Oh, never mind. Wow, all of those are useless. But of all of them, the elemental one would be the most relevant. But, wow, those are bad. Well, I guess you just need to get it to level 70. But, yeah, we'll need to make sure we do that before we start using that for Guild Wars. Or for Guild Wars Defend, I should say. Anyways, let's do this battle. Take that on. Find a battle, fight, and then we'll get into the code. Hello, Goober Pile. Welcome. Trying to find a way to get the mana I need. Can't get it anywhere though. Okay, we'll take the extra turn down there. Get our growth line there. Furnace everything. Let's see. Get in furnace. You think they tried to make classes useful with many types for the later talents, but it just failed? Yeah, there are a lot of them that specifically align with some of them, but it makes it so it's only ever really good with that one hero class. And some of them are just really bad regardless. Like, sometimes they're only a one-time buff or when they die or something like that. The only ones that are particularly good are the ones that keep repeating based on something. Like the elemental one that repeats every single time a ally casts. But the one that just does it when an enemy dies, it's completely useless. They'd have to make it like 4 times more effective for it to ever really be viable. There we go, redeem code time. And only 2 more to go. And we'll do them all today. I feel like I keep delaying one over and over and over and over again. Let's actually do all 4 for today. We'll grab all that. Make sure I click this battle so I don't accidentally misclick it later. And 2 more to go. But before I do, let me go and get the redeem code out. Let's see. Oh, I already have it on copy paste. What am I doing? Actually, I already have it in the chat. There it is. There it goes. Go. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code is found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game is there. Works for every platform except for the 2 console versions. The redeem code is right over there. Whatever the text thing says, just copy paste it. And you use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section, or simply click that link and it'll bring you directly to it. And it gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. Here you guys go. And let's go through a treasure hunt or 2 in between, and then we'll go back to delves, because this is the event objective for the week. I will be completing it. I guess we'll be completing it next stream tomorrow morning. I don't know if it's going to be the entire stream. We'll probably mess around with some other stuff. But, well, it won't be the entire stream. At most, it'll only be an hour and a half to an hour. But, because that's how long it's going to take to fully complete it. But, yeah, might as well do it on stream. Nice little break compared to the normal stuff. In ages since we bothered doing maps. And, of course, if there's an event objective for it, it's kind of worth doing. Or at least speeding through them anyways. They're not worth actually doing, as in playing them properly. But, they're at least worth doing in the sense that they give some at least decent loot during the event. Because not only are you getting the normal loot that a treasure hunt would have, but you're also getting all the extra loot for the specific event. Which is mainly gems and gem keys. I think we get 8 gem keys for full completion. 8 glory keys are in there, 3 Luthers, and I think about 90 gems or so. That's on top of all the loot that we're already getting from each one of these, which is normally a few gems and a bunch of other resources. Like right here, we get, of course, no gems, but a decent amount of glory and stuff. Oh, 1 more map and I'll head back to delves.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
Also, Treasure Hunt has its own music. It's the only thing in this entire game that actually has its own music. That always plays during it, consistently. Like, Guild Wars doesn't have it, Factions doesn't have it. Just this. This is the only thing that specifically has its own music. Wish they would have done that for more things. because you almost never get to hear this tune, which I don't know how high I have it. You guys might not even be able to hear it either. But yeah, Treasure Hunt does have its own music. The only feature in the game that specifically has music associated to it, that 100% of the time plays for it. But there are some other things, like event-wise, like the same music always plays after you unlock a kingdom and stuff like that. But as far as like actually within a game, this is the only one that actually plays for a game mode, specifically. Okay, what else we need to move around? Grab that. Get our gold. So I probably should have went for silvers first. But it will. That's kind of blocking us. And that'll be exactly on 50. And there we go. And we still somehow got 0 gems. Good job. But we'll mess with that more later. Anyways, let's go and continue with our delving. See what our order is, a 1.3, 1.15, 1.15. Well, at least they're equally useless. A 1.3 over there, probably cut down the middle, yep. Then go to 1.25, then take the 2 1.5s, and then end it. Actually, given what the loots are, I guess I keep playing it like it's actually an event. We could actually go take the 2 1.15s before the 1.2. There's actually not a reason to take the 1.2 just because it's a treasure room, and we have to get slightly more loot if we wait on it. If this was an event, I would do the other 2, but I keep forgetting. This isn't an event, so taking exact multiplier order isn't necessarily the way to go, because it could potentially actually mean we get less loot. Yeah, hiccups. Some troops should have their own music. I don't know about that, but they definitely need more audio files for the troops. They're starting to repeat way too many of the same ones due to not having enough unique audio files for them. And because of how many they repeat, very, very few troops in the game have their own unique sound. I believe it's only about a dozen or so now. Okay, maybe a little bit more than that. But, I don't know, they're starting to repeat, like, almost every single one, because they're not bothering to get more sound files. But they probably will at some point. They can only keep repeating it for so long. It was mentioned in the last Q&A, too. So they are aware of it. Alright, no problem, Michael. Let's see. Also, hello, Blade Song. Let's see. After 5 months of playing the game, you can finally get ahead of you in leaderboards. Nice. Oh, you're on 9th place on Bounty. Nice. But yeah, after about 1 year of playing this game, you're pretty much where every single late game person is, for the most part. Of course, late game players might have near infinite resources in a way, just because of how long they've been playing. But after about 1 year of playing this game, if you've been like really active the entire time and were able to get a decent guild, you're pretty much just as far as any late game player. You might not have like full completionists like for farness, but you'd have everything you would need to play the game like really properly. You'd probably have a decent amount of mythics, several things upgraded to mythic, most of the legends and stuff like that. Audio, yeah, audio files are expensive. Same as if they were to get more music for the game. Especially since you need to license it and everything. Also, the more they add to the game, the bigger the game file will be as well. And due to mobile reasons, they obviously want to keep it a little bit smaller if they can. They've made many optimizations to that in the past, but obviously they still want to keep it as low as they can. Yeah, you should never try comparing your resources to how many we have. I noticed some people in the previous, like, Mythic opening video were doing that. This account's been going for the entire duration of this game, so we just naturally have an absurd amount of resources. That's the only reason why all of our stacks are so ridiculously large. And we play daily for a decent amount of hours. I don't play, like, too much these days, though. On average, it's probably more towards, like, 4 hours per day, or 5 hours. Of course, Friday and Saturdays I tend to play a little bit more because we're streaming for a decent amount of time. But more often than not, it's around that much. Actually, we're almost at 7,500 hours played. That's a lot of hours. And it's not even technically the full total because that doesn't count other accounts, nor does it count other things like editing videos and, you know, other stuff related to the game or on the forums, where I wasn't necessarily in the game but was still doing stuff related to the game. It's gonna be funny when we finally hit 10,000 plus hours. There actually are people that have over 10,000 hours in this game. Like a lot of people. Well, maybe not a lot, but more than there should be. I think Tech Knight, the highest level in the game, somewhere around 15,000 or something. Like double the amount of time we have. At minimum, double. Wait, is the game file actually that small? Wow. It was actually much larger than that in the past. When they were running it through Adobe Air. I guess Unity has good tools for optimizing it. Oh wait, what order do we do here? Does it even matter, really? Yeah, we'll just take this into the other one, into the other one, into the loot room. Because we don't need to worry about multiplier order. We just need to worry about the loot overall order. Not gonna make that big a difference. We're only gonna get like several hundred extra gold by doing it this way, but hey, it's several hundred more gold that we didn't have. So the amount of time in me taking to waste in figuring out the order probably isn't worth it. 100 gold we can get within seconds in PvP. Delve loot in general still seems pretty underwhelming. The only reason why it's actually worth doing is shards, and literally only shards. Because there's no other way to obtain them other than doing dungeons. I mean, doing delves, I mean. If they didn't have shards, there's actually be literally no reason to really do these. Hello, Alex. Welcome. Also, good evening, Benjamin. Everything's been going pretty well. Farming level 110 should be 20. It would make it quite a bit quicker, because loot doesn't upscale based on level. But we have to do it to get the 1 extra HP. Plus, it makes it more challenging. But it does make it take a little bit longer. Or quite a bit longer, since we can't just one-shot every battle. But the problem with leaving it at level 20, especially for a new faction, is you can't do the event during the faction, and you also can't do any of the further events that occur every Tuesday. You would need to, at minimum, level it to at least 90 in order to do that. And we just happen to go 2 further, to 110. Okay, we'll take the brown to green. Actually, we don't even need green, do we? The only color we don't even use. Well, actually, technically use it on Mercy, but that's basically like not using it. Mercy doesn't really need to get her mana up by swiping. She easily gets it by everything else that does stuff. throw another Infernus in there. Grab some reds, grab some other reds. Infernus dead. Okay, we'll take this and then head to the final room. Then we just have one more delve to do, and I won't delay it this time. But pretty much the last week I've been delaying them every single time. Not this one. These are all, you always are allowed to delay at least one delve if you want, per faction. Currently we're delaying one literally everywhere. Every single possible location. Of course, many of those are 500s and aren't worth doing. But even this one I've been doing it on. Which basically just allows us to do 4 on one of the following days. Okay, that's not an extra turn, is it? No, we'll still grab it. Still gives us a lot of mana. Oh, apparently it is extra turn. Off of something that cascaded. You skipped the boss room on Tower of Doom earlier, but your 99% the same one appeared again. If you skipped it again, will it be there again? I don't know what you mean by skip a boss room in Tower of Doom. There's no way to skip it, unless you mean using the scroll on it. They eventually repeat every 6, but it wouldn't repeat immediately. But I don't know how you would skip it, unless you're talking about using a scroll on it, Heroism Scroll. That's the only way to technically skip it. Using the scroll, it counts as a kill, as if you actually completed it. Except you didn't have to complete it. It gives all the same loot, except I don't believe it gives hero EXP, or it doesn't give any EXP, doesn't give hero EXP, nor level EXP. But all the loot from it and passing it's still the same. It will appear in another 6, but it shouldn't immediately appear in the next room. It should switch to whatever the next color is in the line, and whatever the order is. Yeah, after level 25, it's the exact same room every time. So if you used it past 25, it's always going to be the same room. Every battle beyond 25 is the exact same. 26 and above are all the same. Technically, the 25th battle is too, but 25th still gives you the scroll. 26 and beyond does not. I should have taken that skull. Whoops. Not that big a deal, though. Oh, we actually got a kill. Luckily, it doesn't actually matter how many things die, as long as we don't actually lose. It's the final battle. And we don't get any extra renown, since we already have the renown for doing this without dying. And there's our arcanes. Yeah, this gives so many arcanes now, too. That whole, like, triple arcane 30 thing. Great way to farm arcanes. Though I believe only the final battle ends up really giving it. Still, at least that's some guarantee rate of them. Ah, there we go. We got a 6/6 and a bunch of shards. And we'll go do this final one then. See what our order is. Got a 1.3, 1.15, 1.2, 1.15, 1.25. Looks like we cut through, yeah. Cut down the middle. Then take everything else. So we'll cut down the middle, take that, take that. And then we head to the boss, and that'll be that. Salty liked it when I pulled the Salty in my live stream. Okay, we'll go throw a Infernus down. Did you get the major orb? Oh no, we actually got the blue. We got a, for anyone that wasn't here at the beginning of the stream, we got a major blue orb off of the orb from Tower of Doom. I still haven't gotten the one for bounty yet though. We'll have that first thing tomorrow morning. We're like 1,000 points short, so obviously we just need the sigils for tomorrow until we can do it. But yeah, hopefully that's another major blue. That'd be 2 in a row. I don't think I've ever gotten 2 major blues in a row, ever. That'd be kind of nice. But I think we're sitting on 8 right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go double check. We're making progress. Actually, I believe we're almost at Zugoth. If we convert every small blue we have, I believe we're almost at Zugoth. Let me see. What am I looking for? I'm looking at bonuses, inventory. Yeah, we have 8. And every 4 of these convert into 1. And we need 3 of these per thing. Wait, we need 4 blues for 1. So that means we have 12 of these. Which means we have 20 major orbs. And then we divide 20 by 3. And that is almost 7. That means we are 1... Yeah, we are 1 major orb away from being 1 power orb away from a Zugoth, if that makes any sense. But yeah, if we were to convert every small blue we have, we would only be 1 whole power orb away and 1 major orb away from, or major orb of ascension, away from maxing out, obtaining a Zugoth, I mean. So I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to be converting these smaller blues into major ones, unless we're like ever so short on actually getting a Zugoth. But my main intention is to only use major orbs and power orbs if we ever eventually get them from leaderboards to do it. And in that case, we are only not even 3 power orbs, or we don't even have 3 power orbs yet. We would need 1 whole 1 in order to do that, meaning we're not even halfway to Zugoth if we only use major orbs, which is how I pretty much intend to do it, unless Karkaroff reaches 10-star pretty soon. If it does, then I might consider converting all the smaller blues if we have reserve for them, but I don't know, we'll have to see, because it's not really that good of a conversion rate whatsoever. We actually end up wasting tons of smaller blues, like dozens of them, probably around 15 or so, if we were to end up doing that. They're just going to go down the drain. But anyways, let's go and finish out the current thing that we're doing. The last delve. Get all our loot from this. Let's see. We'll go take the greens. Grab our brown that we need. What is the team I'm using for bounty? I'm using the bounty captain plus parrot into feral hound Yagwe. Pretty much what I always use. Nothing different. How many power orbs would you have now if you convert them all? If I convert them all right now, I would have I'd be 1 major blue orb off of 7 is where I would be if I convert everything now. Which means we're only 4 major blue orbs away from a Zugoth if we were to convert everything. I'm still really hesitant to do that, but if Karkaroff does reach 10 stars, I would highly consider it. It's just there's no point in getting a Zugoth now. Because owning a Zugoth right now, the only thing we'd be able to do is use Zugoth, and Zugoth is super underwhelming. They didn't even bother giving it the that one indestructible trait that the actual Zugoth has. If he had that, he'd actually be really viable, but they didn't bother giving it to him. Probably out of fear of him being too overpowered, but he's pretty underpowered without it. Especially since he counts as a boss, so all anyone has to ever do is just use any of the boss troops that have that multiplier against someone using a Zugoth, and it just one-shots it instantly at any point in the game. It actually pretty much like double or triple kills it. It has so much damage against it due to how low a player's stats are for the Zugoth. Yeah, we'll eventually have him. He's just not something I'm really rushing or going out of my way for yet. The only time we really started going out of our way for was that one event that we bothered to get 2 orbs off of, which luckily we did get 1 blue out of it at least. I could have taken it the other way. It's not that big a deal though. Grab the Mercy. Get an Infernus in there. And what else we need? Grab Gorgolfa. And almost Infernus into death. We're almost dead. Oh no, never mind. He's gonna revive. I don't even have a stun for him either. That's a little annoying. Get the summon, I can't stop it. Yep, there he goes. Doing summon-like things. Actually kept the convert there, so that's nice for us. Grab all that, get a skull because he's gonna die off it if we do, and dead. Isn't Zugaf only 1 cast, or did they make him infinite cast? I forget if they changed him or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, unowned would be the easiest way of finding him. Or really the only way. Kill an enemy, burn. Yeah, it can only be cast once. They changed that for Scorpius, but they didn't change it for him. He's still only a single cast troop. They also didn't give him that other trait. He only has normal impervious. He does not have indestructible, which is what the actual Zugaf has, not impervious. But yeah, he's pretty underwhelming for the most part. He can get some pretty nice double kills, or even triple kills, but well, normally double kills. But other than that, there's a lot of stuff that can do that. And he does have the highest mana cost in the game, which is the other issue. Second highest is Ward Breaker, but at least Ward Breaker gains his mana back. That thing gains no mana back. It just creates a bunch of skulls and only casts once. Okay, he ruins that up there. We'll just grab some manas. Oh wait, we have to worry about Death Mark. We'll just go use Gorgolfa. Problem solved. Yeah, this is our last delve. We're out of the scrolls. But technically we have a bunch of them delayed at level 500, but obviously we're not doing those. There's no point. Unless we're trying for Purifaction. And I'm waiting till we have more upgrades before we do. Actually, I'll probably add, I think I might add all my loot to this current delve that we're doing. I still haven't bothered doing that yet. Because I'm not sure if I want to go do a different delve or yet not. To try doing at 500. But, I don't know, I should probably go upgrade this delve soon with the loot that we have, because it would give us more stats for farming every day, so that we can kill these a bit quicker. Plus, for when we finally go and max out this kingdom, it's going to go a lot quicker just in general. Just put it on the AI team, it'll have full mana in 2 turns. You can actually 1 turn his full mana, if you get like a convert into him of any kind. It'd be very unlikely though, but it is possible. He's basically just an alternative Great Maul though. And in more situations, Great Maul is actually better than Zugaf. Not always, but there are many situations where you wouldn't even bother using a Zugaf in an optimal team. I do wish he would actually buff him. He has the same issue that the other really hard to obtain one is, the Xenos. They made them just way too weak. They made them ridiculously rare, but also way too weak simultaneously. Doesn't make any sense. Like some of the hardest things in the entire game to obtain, yet they're so underwhelming. The only thing that's really hard to obtain that was set up like that isn't underwhelming is Dawnbringer. It's actually really good. Did I look up Jackbox game? No, I did not. I have heard of it, but no. Isn't it on sale on Nintendo Switch right now? I believe I might actually get Mario Kart. Maybe we'll go play it later this weekend as well. But yeah, I believe it's on sale for like 40 something right now. Mario Kart. There's a bunch of Nintendo Switch games on sale, like actually big titles that are on sale. Also, I have like barely any games for the Switch right now. Though any new indie game that ever comes out that's actually decent, I'll probably be getting on Switch instead of PC. Just because of how much easier it is to travel with it than an actual PC. Even though I am using a laptop, it's a little bit of a bulkier laptop. It's also seen better days, and traveling with it tends to potentially damage it. Doing Mario Kart with fans? I don't know if we will. I'm probably going to be really bad at it initially, because I haven't played it forever. When was the last time I played a Mario Kart? Gosh, 8 years? I want to say 8 years. It's been a while. Of course, it's a pretty easy game to just pick up and play, though. Especially with how they have the item system. Even if you're ridiculously bad, you're going to do at least decent as long as you can drive properly. Traveling with a laptop and 4 USB hubs. Actually, when I do travel with this laptop, which I will be doing soon, I don't bother bringing a lot of the other side stuff. I would just be bringing the keyboard, the mouse, the camera, which I'd be using as my mic as well, and the controller, and the Nintendo Switch without the dock. And that's it. Oh, and a USB-C to USB 3. Oh, and a 4-part USB adapter thingy. That's not too much. And of course the charger for everything. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. We actually lost Gorgotha. That's sad. Am I gonna lose this still? Well, Mercy, you got a tank for us. That's a bad sign. Wasn't paying attention at all. Let's see, we'll go throw Gorgotha down. I think that's the first time we even lost a Gorgotha. Oh, that's a sign we need more stats. If we could lose Gorgotha to skulls, there's a problem. I'll take a purple there. What else we need? Grab a brown down there. We'll go drain something important, of course. Just let him have a skull. Just only one. Only one, as we die to Mercy in a few turns. That should be enough for Gorgotha, hopefully. Nope, yes, there we go. Go for explosions. Once we reach the final battle, we should be good to go, because at the final battle, we'll be able to, he'll move our Gorgotha back to where it should be. And at that point, it's basically like the exact same team, except with only one Gorgotha instead of 2, which doesn't really matter much. The only thing we need to make sure that happens is Mercy doesn't die. As long as Mercy lives here, we should be fine. Okay, we're good. Okay, final battle time. And now he'll move us back into position, hopefully. And then we'll hopefully keep it that way. So if we lose this, it's not really that big a deal. But ideally we won't. That'd be pretty sad. Oh, we don't have Mercy. Whoops. I wish we did. That's a really nice convert. It would have been a free turn too. So we'll move us back to normal right here. Right after taking a poke. And we'll poke him back. We'll poke us back. Please, do it already. We're about to lose Mercy. Please? Hello? She's in one-shot range. I guess we could technically win with just Gorgotha into Infernus, but still. I'm not even going to bother using her. It's not enough to heal out of kill range. And she's dead. Oh, that would have killed her regardless. Because that actually targets whatever enemy it wants. Oh no, he just got barrier. That's not good. Should still be able to win here though. Just throw another Infernus and one more Infernus after that should be match. And that's that. Okay, and there we go. Sweet. Okay. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions or anything you want me to go over? Otherwise, I guess we'll end the stream at there. Oh, we barely even got anything. All we got was a bunch of legendary ingots, which we kind of don't need. We already have way more than enough. I think we almost have enough to finally max everything as well, like mythic and legendary ingots. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for now. Thank you all so much for coming down. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 13 hours from now. We'll mainly be finishing out Treasure Map, PvP, which I somehow still haven't done, and finishing out Bounty Hunter for the Major Orb. That's the main things we'll be doing tomorrow morning. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always as well, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll just be messing around with stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. But yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. Best of luck if you're still going to be trying for the Mythic. I wouldn't really advise it, though, as it's pretty bad. But still, if you're going to try, good luck. And yeah, enjoy your guys' weekend. I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone.